the former acting head of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration may get his job back. President Trump has nominated Dr. Neil Jacobs to lead NOAA. During Trump's first administration, Jacobs was found guilty of violating NOAA's code of ethics after he altered a hurricane forecast that was later dubbed Sharpie-gate. You'll recall he used a Sharpie, right? CBS News national environmental correspondent David Schecter spoke with a former NOAA chief scientist about the fallout.
Hurricane Dorian, early September 2019. Sunday, the Weather Service forecasted the storm to move up the Atlantic coast. President Trump tweeted that Alabama was in the storm's path, but it wasn't. 20 minutes later, the National Weather Service in Alabama accurately tweeted, Alabama will not see any impacts from Dorian, and that contradicted the president. Wednesday, with Hurricane Dorian still approaching, Trump held up a 7-day-old map altered with a black marker, making it look like Alabama was in the hurricane's path. The controversy became known as Sharpie-gate.
That was the original chart, and you see it was going to hit not only Florida, but Georgia. It could have was going toward the Gulf.
By Friday, without McClain's knowledge, the leadership at NOAA released a statement backing Trump and criticizing the work of the weather forecasters.
To have a political process unplug the public's trust, that got me stirred. That gave me a sense of rage.
McClain demanded investigations, and they concluded that the statement was driven by external political pressure through a request from the White House then acting chief of staff and violated NOAA's scientific integrity policy. McClain requested NOAA's top leaders acknowledge the investigative findings, and shortly after, he was relieved of his position.
And Craig McClain lost that position as the acting director of science at NOAA, did remain on at NOAA and was able to retire, and now he is in public life.
David, this smacks to me of Soviet-era tactics. In other words, the water is clean. Don't believe the scientists. We're telling you to drink it. So the question, of course, becomes, what is the Trump administration said about the future of NOAA, given that politics is clearly becoming a major focus of almost every institution in this country?
Great line of questioning there. So Howard Lutnick is this gentleman who has been had hearings to be the Commerce Secretary, or this department sits under Commerce, and he has said, although the Project 2025, which is the roadmap for the Trump administration, calls to break up NOAA, he says he has no plans to break up NOAA. But even looking at this story of Sharpie-gate, it almost feels a little bit quaint because the impacts overall were not enormous to NOAA during the first Trump administration, sort of outside of things like this. But it does appear that might have just been an opening salvo, that the intentions here are much deeper on taking on climate science and taking on NOAA. But so far, the word is want to keep it the same. We'll just obviously have to see if that's what they follow through with.
Right, because as we were just discussing, we've seen politics now take root in all of these institutions that have protected Americans for many years. The Environmental Protection Agency, the Department of Education when it comes to educating our children. So people may not know exactly. It's easy to decipher what the EPA does or the Department of Education does. Explain to our viewers what NOAA is responsible for and how science plays a role in informing us, the public, about what's happening in our atmosphere.
I mean, they're responsible for basically weather science, the National Weather Service. They're responsible for climate science, letting us know how the climate is changing, documenting that, making sure it's included in policy, and how are we going to attack climate change. So this is one of the central science organizations in the United States government. A lot of people don't know what it is, and you're right, but the work that they do is critical to underpinning alerts for hurricanes like we saw in Dorian, or letting us know that the ocean is getting warmer, or letting us know that our atmosphere is getting warmer. And this is bedrock science done by scientists who have heretofore been shielded from politics, long-term scientists who are there administration after administration after administration. And now to try to remove some of those people and put in loyalists who are more in line with what the Trump administration would want to do changes the way we think about the kind of ongoing science that happens inside the government.
All right, David Schecter reporting for us. Thank you very much, David, for that clarity. Appreciate it.